You know that friend who always cancels plans? The one who's sick again, too tired again. Maybe next time. It feels like they're avoiding you. But what if they're not? What if they're protecting something instead? If you're someone who feels more excited about a Friday night in pajamas than going out, you're probably going to feel very seen in this. Today, we're breaking down the psychology of people who love staying at home, the ones society calls boring. But psychology understands in a very different way. Here's the first thing: some people recharge by being around others. Their energy comes from movement, noise, interaction. They feel better the more they engage, but for others, it works differently. Even a fun social interaction slowly drains them, not instantly, but over time. And home becomes the only place that actually restores that energy. This is often explained through something called optimal arousal theory. Some people need more stimulation to feel good, others need less. So it's not laziness, it's not fear, it's simply how the nervous system is wired. But there's more to it than just introversion. For many people, staying home isn't only about energy, it's about control. Outside, things are unpredictable. Loud environments, conversations you didn't ask for, plans changing last minute, small talk that feels empty. But at home, you control everything: the lighting, the noise, the pace. For people who are more sensitive or prone to anxiety, that control isn't just comfort, it's something they rely on. Now, here's something interesting. Research shows that people who enjoy solitude often tend to be more creative, more reflective, and better at solving problems. So, staying home isn't doing nothing. It's where a lot of thinking actually happens, not in crowded places, but in quiet moments: a calm room, a late night thought, a mind that finally has space. And yet, the world often glorifies the opposite: going out, being seen, always doing something. It's presented as the ideal life. But what if your ideal life looks different? What if it's a quiet evening, something warm to eat, and no expectations? That's not sad. That's self awareness. At the same time, there's another side to this. Sometimes staying home doesn't come from preference. It comes from anxiety, from past experiences, from a quiet feeling of what's the point? And in those cases, home can become both a safe space and something that keeps you stuck. So it's important to ask yourself, do you stay home because it recharges you, or because leaving feels too heavy? Because those are not the same. One is peace, the other is avoidance. But for people who truly enjoy being at home, they're not missing out. They're just living differently. They find meaning in small things: daily routines, familiar spaces, moments most people rush past, morning coffee, a favorite spot on the couch, the way the light changes in the evening. If this feels like you, there's actually a term for it: a preference for low stimulation. These people don't need constant external input to feel fulfilled. Their inner world already gives them enough. So, if you're someone who turns down plans without guilt, who feels genuinely okay spending time alone, who would rather rewatch something familiar than chase something new, there's nothing wrong with that. You're not broken, you're just wired for depth instead of noise, for peace instead of performance. So tell me, do you prefer staying home, or do you think people are just making excuses? And if you want to understand yourself on a deeper level, the next video might explain more than you expect. Go watch it, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share your thoughts below.